On this Civic, B2983 points us toward the climate control unit's recirculation control motor circuit. In plain terms, the HVAC system may be having trouble controlling the fresh and recirculation air door motor. The driver may notice the system not switching air inlet modes correctly, or the code may only show up during HVAC self-diagnosis. Broadly, this can involve the motor circuit wiring, connector problems, the recirculation motor or door linkage, or possibly the climate control unit after the rest of the circuit checks out. Start by clearing the DTCs with the HDS. Turn the ignition switch to lock 0, then run the self-diagnostic with the HDS or with the climate control unit and check for DTCs again. If B2983 comes back, keep going with the circuit checks. If it does not return, treat it as an intermittent failure and inspect for loose wires or poor connections in the recirculation control motor circuit. Next, check the two control wires between the climate control unit and the recirculation control motor. With the ignition switch at lock 0, disconnect the climate control unit 32P connector and the recirculation control motor 7P connector. Check continuity on the F/RMTR, fresh/FRS circuit from climate control unit 32P connector No. 7. The PUR wire to recirculation control motor 7P connector No. 6. The RED wire. Then check continuity on the F/RMTR, REC/REC circuit from climate control unit 32P connector No. 8. The ORN wire to recirculation control motor 7P connector No. 7. The ORN wire. If both paths have continuity, those wires pass the open circuit check and you move on. If continuity is missing, repair the open in the affected wire between the climate control unit and the recirculation control motor. Now leave the same connectors disconnected and check whether either control wire is shorted to body ground. Check continuity from climate control unit 32P connector No. 7. The PUR wire to body ground for the F/RMTR fresh line. Then check from climate control unit 32P connector No. 8. The ORN wire to body ground for the F/RMTR REC line. If either one shows continuity to ground, repair the short to body ground between the climate control unit and the recirculation control motor. If there is no continuity to ground, the fresh and recirculation motor control wires are considered okay, and the next move is to evaluate the motor side of the system. At this point, test the recirculation control motor. The detailed motor test steps are not available here, so do not guess at that part of the diagnosis. Pause and make sure you have the correct motor test before making the final call. If the recirculation control motor tests okay after the wiring has already passed, replace the climate control unit. If the recirculation control motor does not test okay, replace the recirculation control motor, or repair the recirculation control linkage or door as needed. After the repair, verify the repair and confirm the code stays gone. Clear the DTCs, operate the system through the same self-diagnostic path, and make sure B2983 does not reset. The clean diagnostic logic here is simple. Prove the code is current. Prove the two motor control wires are not open. Prove they are not shorted to ground. Then test the motor and linkage before condemning the control unit. For more diagnostic training, visit Diagnostics.com.